guys, Pax Europiana here. These are the traveling conditions from Montenegro to Croatia. This is now the Croatian side. We were quite lucky to travel on the smaller border here in Herceg-Novi in the south at the Prevlaka Peninsula. But when you're coming now in the tourism season, you see exactly what's the policy of the strict enforcement of all the rules on Montenegro and on Albania, both under EU pressure to implement the rules very strictly in order to be in the good books. And these are all our guys. These are our European consumers and citizens who are waiting here in the heating sun with their families to go on holiday or to go to their original countries for visiting their families. Obviously, many of them are European consumers and citizens, most of them, who are either on tourist occasion here, going to Montenegro, or to visit, of course, their families. And what's the result of our policy? You know, I'm very much in favor of new countries, but new countries then create new borders, and we have very strict enforcement. And what's happening is huge waiting lines. We are just coming back from the Boka Kotorska on the other side. It's of course a huge traffic jam here on the bay side. And then you have this huge traffic sign from Croatia into Montenegro. People who want to go to Kosovo, to Albania, to Greece, and to Montenegro itself, returning with their families or making vacations. And our policy now to integrate Croatia into Schengen was very successfully, obviously. We don't have the traffic jam anymore on Slovenian-Croatian border, which was for 2 decades now an absolute disaster. And here the traffic jam stops. It was about 3 kilometers. And of course, this is just a smaller traffic jam here on the side. Then you have the border with Croatia on the other side, on Herceg-Novi side. And this is the effect of our failed policy, our strict imposition of border controls on Montenegro and Albania, because it's now the Schengen outside border. And of course, Montenegro doesn't have the capacity. The joint border crossing were designed with low capacity. And of course, the huge success and attractiveness of the Albanian Montenegro tourist markets is of course attracting a lot of people. Obviously, we have more immigration from Albania and Kosovo, the people then working on our labor markets and going back home. And then we have the traffic jams. And why? Because we are afraid of immigration. And that's of course really wrong. It would have no public security risk if they are ordered to be a little bit more lenient in the summer and pass the people through. And if we would have had made also the Adriatic Highway, which we have promised already in 2014, and now it's 2023, it's 9 long years after 2014, and the promise was to make a real investment into Bosnia, into Croatia, into Montenegro, into Albania, to have real highways. And where are the highways? We are still at the civilizational level of 20 years ago here. And this is totally unacceptable that we have no new highway from Medjugorje in Bosnia to Republika Srpska, to Trebinje, to Niksic, and of course also towards Podgorica, towards Škodra, and only at Milot, where the highway goes then eastwards towards Kosovo, there is a highway again, and even then it's not finished towards Tirana. And that's all really very ununderstandable to me, and very confusing, and really very big disappointment. And even my little provocation to remind everybody that the illegal bridge on the Kerch in the Crimea, Putin was able to build it in 5 years, 4 years actually, and we are not able to build the internal European Adriatic Highway. I understand it's difficult geographically, politically and financially, but you know, 9 years, no result. This is really very regretfully bad. Anyhow, it's very beautiful here, and I call again for Montenegro, Macedonia, and of course Albania to join the European Union in 2024. And